My name is Bryan Voltaggio. I'm a chef and restaurant owner. I'm also a private pilot. I live in Frederick, Maryland, and we're here at Frederick Airport.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Become an AOPA pilot today.
I started cooking when I was 14 years old at a local hotel here. It was a Holiday Inn. How it started was I started actually as a busboy before I became a cook. And I asked the chef, if I take a vocational class, on cooking, will you let me cook? And he said yes. So that's where I got my first shot. At 15, 16 years old, all the way through high school, I was cooking. Then after that, I ended up enrolling at the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York, and I went to school for a professional chef. Back in 2008, when I opened my first restaurant in Frederick, Maryland called Volt, I actually got a phone call from Bravo, and it's Magical Elves, that was the production company. They said, you want to come on and kick your brother's butt on television? And so he was already privy to it. He had already gotten a phone call. I said yes. It was 7 months into opening my first restaurant, so I was a little nervous leaving, but I went, and I've done a lot of TV since then. It was also during 2008, so there's an economic downturn, so I thought to myself, hey, if I get on television, if I go far in this competition, it might pay off and actually help fill the seats. So I did it. I got to the finale. I didn't win, but hey, it definitely helped the restaurant. I'll never forget the influx of customers just coming in just to check out the restaurant. And obviously because I was contestant on Top Chef, so that definitely really helped. But also, fortunately, by the time I got done filming and it aired, the economic shift started to happen and people started going out again more. So it was, I guess, the perfect storm. I grew up in Frederick, Maryland, so I'm from this area. I took my first Discovery flight. My dad arranged it here at Frederick Airport, and I'll never forget that. And I think at that point forward, I knew I always wanted to fly. Fast forward 20 or 30 years later, I decided it was time. And I took a Discovery flight again. I got hooked, and I was given the controls for a moment, and I was like, you know what, I want to do this, I want to pursue it. And it's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to do that. I work with my hands, I'm into organized checklists and things like that, just like my brain processes things that way. And so it was a challenge I've always wanted to take on since I was a kid. And I think that, for me, it was also just to get myself to destinations, for food, where I might not be able to reach otherwise, or it might take me a lot longer to get there by car. Now it's a little bit more convenient for me to fly down to, Southern Virginia, North Carolina, up to Western Pennsylvania and check out cool food destinations that I can do in a day or so. Flying over Frederick is really great, because I know the area. So for me, there's a lot of sightseeing. I also love the fact we got 4 seasons here. So, I've flown all 4 seasons. And so seeing Frederick change over time and over the seasons from a different perspective has just been a lot of fun. And also the great thing about flying over Frederick is that, for me, it's very convenient to go to different airports. Because there's, the network of airports that are in proximity to Frederick are just, there's so many, just the freedom of being able to do something like that and freedom of flight and be able to be so close to all of these great places that you can go in a plane and to be able to do that has just been really rewarding. For me, it's just either going out and exploring restaurants that I might be able to, it might take me a little bit longer to drive to. Like, I've never been to Blackberry Farm down in Tennessee, so to be able to fly down there and experience that restaurant and be able to fly over that beautiful part of the country and experience it, I think it's going to be worth it. Yeah, so to get more people involved in aviation, I think that if anyone has just any desire at all to even try it out, just realize that it might be intimidating at first, but go take that Discovery flight, go out there for the first time, and get with a school. And I'm telling you that the first time that you're able to take control of a plane just for a moment, even if it's only a moment in Discovery flight, you will be hooked. If there's any want or desire to learn, just go out there. It's available to you. And it's great to see that more people are doing this. Actually, I've just introduced 4 friends in aviation now who are flying here right now in Frederick. So I keep just spreading the word. The more of us that are out there, I think the more opportunities and freedom of flight are going to be available to more people.